It pleases me greatly thou hast returned. Welcome back to another bonus episode of Mega Mondays. I decided I'd begin recording because I'm about to level up. And I don't think you guys have seen enough leveling up in Dragon Warrior. And I want to do it a little bit for effect, so I'd start rolling, let you guys see the stat increases. I also intend to do a little exploration. I did promise that we'd do the dungeon to the east over there. I am not going to do that, just simply because I'm going to approach this game a little bit differently. So, there will be a dungeon though, a very short one, but I'm not going to disappoint, and we will explore the game a little bit. There we go. Courage and wit have served thee well. Thou hast been promoted to the next level. Thy power increases by 5, thy response speed increases by 4, thy maximum hit points increase by 7, thy maximum magic points increase by 9. This is one thing I'm curious about. If anyone can answer this in the comments, that would be awesome. I don't think it's something easy to answer. I was reading some guides to see how feasible my plan is, which I will, tell you about shortly. And I noticed that one of the people who wrote a guide, they were collaborating with someone else. They actually had a table for the level ups and bonuses, and it broke it down from everything to your previous hit points, to the hit point gain, to the new total, and they did that with everything from hit points, magic points, to strength and speed, which I found very interesting. And it also correlated with what my character had at the time. Now, I found this very interesting because I had always been under the impression that the level up bonuses were random. The game would pick a number between, I don't know, say 1 and 10, or 0 and 10 for each stat, and you'd get that total. You get that bonus. Of course, that usually goes off the clock. So, I was always under the impression that those were randomized. So to see a table with the, level ups in it, and, it predicted what I had, and everything correlated, I was kind of surprised by that. It really challenged, my own experiences, at least my perceptions. So, I thought it'd be interesting to, just start new games on 2 empty save files. And for level 1 he had, I forget what it was something like 15 hit points, 5 strength, 5 speed, something like that. And I did get 2 different answers. The one save that I started was 4 speed and 4 power, 15 hit points, and the other one was 6 speed and 4 power. So I was, I'm a little bit skeptical. I wonder, there has to be something acting upon that. So if anyone knows what that is, if the game randomly generates your stats in the beginning and your level ups are preset, or if there's some kind of variable that affects it. Like I said, I always thought it was RNG, random number generator, all randomly chosen. And then I saw that chart, like I said, this character at least correlates with that chart. I'll have to check it later to see if it still does, but the other characters didn't. Maybe it's something... I used to think it was something to do with the name. Probably something to do with the clock, though. Because on these, on the Nintendo, it did have some kind of clock, and I'm not an expert on the NES. And, you know, lots of games would pull random numbers based on the internal clock that would usually start running as soon as you started up the game. So that was probably boring. Some people, you know, you're geeky enough, you might have taken interest in that. And if you have an answer, you know, let me know. Or even if it's just anecdotal, let me know, because I'm curious about this. I'd be wow, 1,087 points to level up. I'm tempted to actually play the game on other saves and see how the characters pan out, but I won't do that. So, what my plan for tonight is, we're going to do some exploration. We're going to go to, I guess it would generally be the next city down the line, which is Rimuldar, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. We're going to check that out, and see if we can handle the enemies there. I was able to handle the enemies by that dungeon pretty well. I actually leveled up in the dungeon. I didn't pillage it, and I didn't really, I didn't even cast a light spell. I just walked back and forth between the steps and the wall. I don't know why I did that. I think I just wanted a change of scenery. Oh, you know what? We're going to buy some supplies here. But, so, yeah, we're going to go visit Rimuldar. There's also a staircase to the north that I'm curious about, so we're going to check that out. I kind of vaguely remember what's down there, but, you know, we'll go see, since some of you may not have played the game, and you'd probably want to see what it has to offer. And as you can see, I'm still naked. Aside from the hand axe and the dragon scale. Don't ask me what that scale's covering. I do have some defense power. You get that from your speed. I am feeling the pinch though. By this point in the game, I'd probably have the large shield and chainmail, and if you see my gold right there, sitting at a little over 5,000, you know, I could easily afford both pieces. I could probably actually buy the armors available in Rimuldar. But my plan is to do things a little differently. I was going to visit the dungeons. There's one in Garenham, which we visited earlier. And of course there's that one, I guess, to the west of Tantagel Castle. I was planning on doing them, but I decided, well, instead of buying body armor and all that, I'm going to, you know, do these little, these next few areas that I just mentioned, and after that I'll continue to level up, but not buy any equipment, because if you're not familiar with Dragon Warrior, I'll explain this. The best sword and the best armor cannot be bought. You have to find them. And there's the one item, the armor, is hidden in a town. It's more like a dungeon. The sword is hidden in the final dungeon. So we won't be getting that for quite some time. The best armor, however, I can actually reach the spot where it's hidden in the game. Unfortunately, it's guarded by a very powerful enemy who was able to take me out in 2 hits, but I think I was level 9 at the time. Possibly level 10. So I'm thinking if I can level up a bit and either cast sleep on him or stop spell, because he puts you to sleep. And if I can get to maybe 16, level 16 or 15, I might be able to beat him. The best shield, this is also another wrinkle in this plan, the best shield is purchasable, along with the second best sword, which I will be buying. It's very expensive, and it's hidden, well not hidden, but it's located in a town that's difficult to get to, unless you're a higher level. So, my plan is to attempt to get the armor. I'm not going to play 100% honestly. I'm going to do what I did when I was younger and I died and hit reset. Because if you die in this game, you lose, I think, half your gold. For what I'm doing, I'm going to need all of my gold. So, I am going to just reset if I die fighting the enemy that's guarding the armor. And if it looks like it's impossible to get it, I am going to get the shield first. And so I'm pretty confident that at 15 or 16 I can make it to the town with the that sells the shield. It's really just a matter of having the money. I think the shield's, it's really expensive. I was looking at the item prices. I think it's like 20,000. But, well, you just saw how much experience I need to get the, get to the 12. So, you know, if I have 5,000 gold at about 3,000 experience, I'm pretty sure that I'll have enough money to buy that shield at level, you know, 15 or whatever. Maybe not the sword though. But anyway, if I can acquire those items that I want, we're going to then visit the dungeons and basically just stop everything in them. I'm just really doing that to show that the game's very open. It's really kind of ahead of its time in that sense. It's very, very non-linear in a way, really. The objective is very simple, and there's not a whole lot in this game. You know, that doesn't mean I don't like it. I don't want anyone to take that the wrong way. Okay, I remember this guy. Thy bravery must be proven. Thus I propose a test. There is a silver harp that beckons to the creatures of the Dragon Lord. Bring this to me, and I will reward thee with the Staff of Rain. Now see, we need that Staff of Rain. And that silver harp, I don't know if it was mentioned by any of the NPCs. I'll just spoil it and tell you it's in Garenham. Now usually I think I remember doing the dungeon around 12. But we're going to do it at a much higher level. And like I said, we're just going to stomp everything in there. We're also going, oh, you know what, I think I have to go through the poison swamp there. That, this is kind of being blocked by the text box, but the south, there's that dungeon, and it's surrounded by that black and green. That is the poison swamp. So, we have to go over that damaging terrain and get into the dungeon. I don't know what's in that dungeon, I don't remember. Well, I do know there's a few important things, but enemy-wise, I'm not sure. So, we'll see how we do. Another interesting thing I stumbled upon that I'm almost 100% certain was correct. The guide I read was quite good, I'm not saying it wasn't. And I'm almost certain it's correct, and it illustrates that I was doing something very wrong earlier, is that the topography is very important in this game. and depending on what you step on, you will get more or less enemy encounters. So when I was playing the game in the first episode and circling the castle on the grass, that's probably the safest thing you can walk on in terms of not getting enemy encounters. We will illuminate this area. So I was doing that wrong. If you want to grind and you want to fight a lot of strong enemies, those things are so bizarre, those druids. If you want to grind and fight a lot of strong enemies, the place to go is hills or forests. Deserts are pretty good too. Now, there's something hidden up there. There's no treasures or anything in here. But it's really what you want, is the hill or the forest tiles. Running around on the grassland, as you saw, was very slow leveling. And I was making my life harder, actually, by doing that. I should have just, walked a few feet to the north and, used the hills, or even the forest, earlier on. But, you live, you learn. And I didn't really know that. I think years ago I had a hunch, and kind of intuited it, but I didn't have any conscious realization. Now, I'm not exactly sure where... Wow, he has a lot of life. Usually they die if you hit them for like 12. I'm not really sure where Rimuldar is. It's been a long time. I think it's fairly direct route though. I think to the south. In fact, I'm certain it's to the south, but I'm not sure how far south. So that was a very short dungeon. I did promise one. These guys really pack a punch. As you can see, my lack of defense is showing at this point in the game. And it might have been wise to get another level. Because I don't think I'm going to be grinding here. I'm probably going to have to go back to the area I was in, or just go north a little bit. I don't know. But these guys, well, he didn't hit me that hard that last time. I don't know, maybe it's doable. I'll have to balance out the cost of going to the inn frequently versus taking less experience. We'll have to see. These guys do drop fairly decent gold. I don't remember what the inn costs in Rimuldar either, so that's... That's another issue. I'm even tempted to upgrade my weapon, but I feel for what I'm doing, it would just be a little bit cooler if I did it with the hand axe. I also asked about it. I did ask on a forum about, like, my chances of beating that. Ooh, I did. Okay, good. Of beating that Axe Knight. I didn't really get too many answers yet. Someone did say, don't do it. So, we'll see how it goes. I try to put on a good show. And Dragon Warrior, I'm sure, is a game that's been done quite a bit. in LPs and stuff, so you know it does need you need to spice these up a little bit and do it differently. So here we are. Let's talk to this friendly guy. Unfortunately, we don't have our friend. Well, that is expensive. But, you know, I mean, that's like 2 battles, so that's not too bad, I guess. We don't have our friend, the old man who restores your magic anymore. It's all ends from here on out. You are Erdrick? It has been long since we last met. Now, I wonder about that, like, yeah, that's an interesting statement there. Is this guy originally from Rimuldar? Is this character, you know, a native of this area? No, I have no tomatoes. I have no tomatoes today. You know, some of these things these characters are saying, this is probably the most interesting town in the game, really. Welcome to the town of Rimuldar. Or Rimuldar. All true warriors wear a ring. Now, that's significant in a way. It's like an interesting little Easter egg that we'll see later on. And I'll try to remember to demonstrate it. Thou shalt find the stones of sunlight in Tantagel Castle if thou hast not found them yet. That guy. I'll tell you, that clue is true. They are in the castle, and you do need them. When I played this for the first time, I didn't do it with any guides or anything. This was a long time ago. You could just go look it up on the internet then even, you know, it was in the late 90s, so. Scales of a Dragon or Heart of Steel. Anyway, I didn't have any kind of guide or anything. I wasn't, you know, I try not to play with guides if I'm not familiar with the game. And I do end up looking things up. But anyway, that clue, you know, it was enough to get me to Tantagel Castle and know that I had to find the stones. But I had no idea where they were. And they don't tell you much more than that. So I used the search command on spots where I thought it would be. And I ended up searching maybe just about every square inch of the castle until I realized that you can actually, like on the edge of the map, you actually have to go, I think, to the right, and there's a hidden staircase where you find them. So, there's that little tidbit. That was crazy stuff. We deal in weapons and armor. Dost thou wish to buy anything today? And we'll take a look at this stuff. So there's the broadsword, the half plate, full plate, and the magic armor. Now the magic armor does part of what Erdrick's armor does. It heals you, I think for every other step it heals you 1 hit point. Which is nice. Erdrick's armor is far superior. It heals you 1 hit point with every step, and I think it protects you from the swamps and possibly magic barriers, which you don't really encounter a whole lot. And the full plate and magic armor have the same defense. I am kind of tempted to buy that broadsword, but we'll see how it goes. Usually you would have like the half plate when going after Erdrick's armor, or even the full plate. I remember springing for the magic armor the first time I played. In fact, I bought like every weapon and armor and just upgraded it. That was probably a bad, inefficient way to play. You can probably get away with chainmail around here and just either save up totally for the magic armor or just go for the full plate. The way I'm doing it is just crazy though. I wouldn't recommend it. And this guy, you know, everyone asks that question. But we'll find that out later. Who art thou? Leave at once, or I will call my friends. No, I don't remember everything that's in this town either, so this will be... Over the western part of this island, Erdrick created a rainbow. It is also said he entered the darkness from a hidden entrance in the room of the Dragon Lord. That's important. You gotta remember that. You get a lot of these clues early on. In this world, is there any sword that can pierce the scales of the Dragon Lord? Excuse me, I had to get a little drink there. Talk to this guy. Heed my warning. Travel not to the south, for there the monsters are fierce and terrible. I'm having so much trouble reading the text in this game because it's... Yeah, everyone talks like Yoda. Well, not quite, but you know. And before long, the enemy will arrive. This is a magic place. Hast thou found a magic temple? No. Go to the south. Let's see if we say yes. In this temple do the sun and rain meet. That's another important clue. You need, if you remember, Castle Charlock is very close to Tantagel Castle. If you look to the west, maybe I'll try heading over there, you will actually be able to see the island that Charlock's on. We'll talk to this guy. But you can't get over there without creating a bridge. And to do so, you need 3 items. You need the Staff of Rain, or whatever it's called, the Sunstones, and you also need an item called Erdrick's Token. I am Orwick, and I am waiting for my girlfriend. As you will see, yeah, they have all these little jokes and stuff in this game, which really kind of help it out a little bit. Welcome! Yeah, let's see, is this a tool shop? Magic keys, they will unlock any door. Dost thou wish to purchase one for 53 gold? Yes, I dost wish to purchase one. In fact, I'll purchase 2. And I think there's a couple doors in Tantagel, so we'll get a few of these. And I think we have enough for now. Let's start opening these doors up. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. If we go to the south here, there's probably nothing good in that chest there. But, yeah, I'm curious. I want to see it. If we get more than 53 gold, then we did well. Warwick is late again. I'm starving. That's funny. Well, you know, is there something here? Nope. Little miscommunication there. Okay, so let's check out this chest. And then we'll start heading back to Tantagel. And we'll open up those doors that you saw in the beginning. I think the doors disappear permanently once you use the key. There we go. Good day, I'm Howard. 4 steps south of the bath and coal thou shalt find a magic item. Now of course we already found that. That was the flute from the, I guess it was last episode, so... Let's see. Oh, I forgot you gotta take these. Oh, okay, so we found wings. Those are useful. I don't think I'm going to use them. The wings can be used to transport you back to Tantagel. It will land like right to the side of them. And I think we've gotten everything here. You land directly, I think, to the east of Tantagel, just like it's stopped. Oh yeah, another interesting bit of information I found on this game is that, first of all, I was surprised. Oh, is there something here? Sorry, I'm all ADHD today. I don't know. Can't focus. But yeah, another thing I found that was another little bit of information I found on the game was that the original version, the Japanese version, didn't have a save battery. You couldn't, just talk to the king and save the game. You had to use a password. So that was interesting. Which kind of explains why the game is so simplistic. It would also be a good argument for that stat formula that I was talking about being in place, being accurate, because it would be a very long password if the... oh. This isn't good. Okay. We're gonna get out of there. It would be a very long password otherwise. So that little peninsula there, we'll have to wait until this clears. Right there, that peninsula is what you need to cross. So just a tiny bit of water. Yeah, so, yeah, no save feature, you had to use a password. So, it really makes me wonder about what I was saying with the stats being randomly generated and all that. Because, like I said, it would be a very long password, I imagine. You would need, you would need letters and number combinations to represent all those different values, so... I don't know. Should I fight? Should I run? I'm feeling cheeky, I'll fight him. Okay, that's not too bad. Oh, alright. Yeah, so that peninsula we were looking at a few minutes ago is what leads to Charlock. And once we collect all those items that I mentioned, we will be able to cross over and get into the castle. That's the end of the game. Once you're in there, you're wrapping it up. And it doesn't really take a whole lot to get there. I was watching an interesting video a few years back where someone did a walkthrough of it in 5 minutes. I'll see if I can find it, maybe I'll link it. But yeah, it was really interesting to see how really simple this game is. Like I said, it's also a very well constructed game. And I think its simplicity lends it a sense of charm. Of course, not everyone would be into that, though. And I can see, like the grinding and stuff like that. It might be tedious to some people. I don't think it's that bad. It doesn't bother me too much. And I can't, the only reason I don't do it in the videos is because I don't think that makes for good viewing. And, I try to make that clear, though. And grinding, it's, it's something I consider when reviewing a game, it's something I mention. I don't think it's a big deal. I don't consider my reviews to be, some kind of expert, final word or anything like that. I would consider myself, I guess, an expert gamer. I've been doing it long enough. but I don't, I don't consider them to be the absolute truth. The reason I do them is just to, talk about the games. And to me, it's more important to explore them. But also, it's good to give an opinion on them, too. So, yeah, that's kind of why I do that. Because otherwise you're just kind of, spitting out facts. And since, since we know about the Sunstones, we're gonna go get... Oh. No, maybe we don't know about the Sunstones. Maybe it's over here? Really, guys, I'm not lying, they're in here. We'll figure it out. Yeah, speaking of all that stuff, I was kind of surprised. I was reading something where someone was talking about, I think it was Skyrim, and they were just talking to someone about it. They're like, I don't know how you play that game, I don't know why you like it. I don't like games where you're just kind of dropped into the world and you just have to go find things and stuff. I was surprised by that outlook. I really was. I mean, I'm not saying the person's wrong or anything. It's, a matter of taste. But, that's one of my favorite things about to find in any game. Is to just be kind of, thrown into things and get to explore and discover things for yourself or try to do things in different ways. Like, that's why I like Dragon War. If this game were linear, it would be massively boring, in my opinion. The fact that you can kind of approach it in different ways makes it more interesting. So that was, that was something that I found very informative because I've never looked at it from that perspective. So we bought a lot of keys and we're gonna raid the treasury here. We gained 9 gold, oh wow. 8 gold, so far this is not paying for those keys. 15 gold. 10 gold, okay, well I guess crime doesn't pay. We might have barely covered 1 key. I knew I was gonna take a loss on that. Never does a brave person steal. Well, I'm borrowing. Become strong enough to face future trials in his first battle many foes. Okay. And we will open this door here. Hopefully we have... I think I bought just enough keys. If my hit points are high enough, by all means enter. This is the barrier that I was talking about. I don't think I'm going to cross that until I talk to King Rorik. And save. I'm looking for the castle cellar. I heard it is not easily found. That's another hint about the Sunstones. Let us wish the warrior well. May the light be thy strength. When the sun and rain meet, a rainbow bridge shall appear. It's a legend. I wonder what this guy is. Magic keys, they will unlock any door. 85 gold. So yeah, so we definitely did well by buying them at Rimuldar. Did I talk to that guy? I think I did. Or Rimuldar? I don't know. I don't know how to say some of these names. Oh, I also found out that the world this takes place in is not Breckenridge. I think that's the one of the cities or something. It's actually called Torland. Torland. And here we go. I have been waiting long for one such as thee. Take the treasure chest. I mean, this isn't too bad. And we found the stones of sunlight. This isn't really that bad because, I was able to find them without a guide or anything. But, as you can see, the screen doesn't really scroll down there. And I think I figured this out purely by accident. I'm going to try to get one of these to demonstrate it. later on, but you can get cursed items that will kick you out of the castle if you try to enter, if you're wearing them. And I think I went... You can go in a few steps to the castle if I remember properly. But I think I tried going to the right and found that, you know, you can kind of walk along the border there. I was trying to sneak in. And that gave me the idea to check the borders of the castle, because by then, I think I kept re-entering and leaving that dungeon that we saw to the west. And that's how I found the cursed item, but that's a whole other story. But yeah, that's, you know, kind of by accident I figured out you can do that. So, not that bad of a hidden thing, but it's certainly tricky. And, you know, you could only imagine what it was like to, you know, walk around every inch. I even searched the barriers, like I thought, oh, well, there must be something hidden here. So I felt a little bit salty. I don't know if people really even say that anymore, but I felt salty. It does do damage. Yeah, but by all means, walk over and get fucked up. In Garenham, look for the grave of Garen. Thou must push on a wall of darkness there. Like, these NPCs are very, very helpful with their clues. Like, I have to give the game that. This isn't like Castlevania 2 where they lie to you or tell you things that, you know, just don't make sense. Like, this game is actually... Yeah, I don't think anyone gives you misleading clues, actually. But you do have to look for them. So, yeah, that's cool. And I think this should be enough, actually, for this video. We made some progress, and, you know, we got to explore a little bit. Next time, I will be a much higher level, and we're going to have some excitement because I'm going to go visit that town I was talking about and fight that enemy, and we're going to hopefully get Erdrick's armor. And if I do find that that's not feasible, then we are going to take a very long walk to a town called Canton and buy a shield, so, and possibly a flame sword if I have enough. So, you know, thank you for watching. I definitely look forward to this next segment of the game. I also want to give another shout out to Wolfgang Gamer King HD, who recommended this game. You know, first request, so that's pretty awesome. Quite an honor, I would think. So, you know, thank you, Wolfgang. And until then, folks, good luck, happy gaming.